All right, welcome back. This is the Swampy Sports Podcast. We have the Swampy brothers, Dylan Marsh, JD Marsh here today. Hey, sports year round, right? Everyone thinks that this is
Yep.
we're getting to the boring parts, right? Of really because we're like what a month and a half, two months out from the NBA ending. Where it's just baseball. But hey, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Is the NBA playoffs, kind of predicting the bracket, right? March Madness went so well for us. Why not try for the NBA, right? But no, man. Okay, we've had some pretty awesome stuff though. We had opening day. Some great baseball being played. Texas Rangers, they were 2-4 on the year, but for some reason I'm excited about that. But then, hey, I bought freaking season tickets for the Tulsa Drillers. Like baseball is just back for me, right? So I'm excited about that. But no, we even just had the Masters ends. JD's the golf guy.
Yep.
He's Scotty Scheffler, Texas grad.
Yep.
When
Went to the
yeah,
same high school as Clayton Kershaw and Matt Stafford.
really? Is he
Yep.
the same age?
Yep. He's around the same age too.
Really?
Masters
Wow.
champ, Super Bowl champ, World Series champ, all went to the same
All
school.
within like the past 3 years. Holy crap, that's insane. Um, wow. So that Scotty Scheffler, Tiger Woods came back, which was electric, right? I
I
was
I'll
watching Tiger at work,
yes,
but he did not play well at all. The first day he did,
I'll
but he
say
kind of
this, Dylan. He played extremely well coming off of what
almost losing
he
his feet.
almost losing his leg.
This is
So
yeah.
yeah.
Let's just go with that.
Um I'll say this with how well he played, the next major he plays in, I think he has a chance to actually win it because give him more time to rest that leg, I think he'll be very dangerous.
Let's say this though: his next major he might play in might be right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, three
And
miles
I
down the
bet
road from
money
me.
he does not play in it because he has said he does not like Southern Hills.
Really, you don't think he's going to play the PGA
I don't
Championship?
think so. He's looking more
He won it
towards.
a while back
He's
here.
looking. He doesn't like it though. He's looking at the Open or the U.S. Open.
I don't like Texas, but I kind of have to go for my work all the time. Like, come on,
But
Tiger.
my
Jeez.
man Brooks coming back off injury too. He didn't play well at the Masters, but
No, he
he's
crapped the
gonna
bed.
he's gonna bounce back big time.
Yeah. He crapped the bed. Freaking Bryson DeChambeau. Oh my God. I don't even think he made the
Mr.
cut, did he?
Par 67.
Did he not even like
Yeah, he didn't make the
he
cut.
didn't even make the cut. That dude didn't get
He
paid.
he can go take his steroids on else somewhere. You can hit all the how far you want to there, Happy Gilmore, but look where it's gotten you.
You know something's wrong with that guy when you see the hat that he's wearing. That the way
What
he
is he trying to
plays.
be a peaky blinder here or what?
Hey, don't you crap on the Peaky Blinders? That's an
No, I
amazing
love
show.
the
It's an
show. I'm
amazing
saying, is he
show,
trying to be one or what?
dude. I don't know. That dude he's just a big old hunk of muscle swinging a freaking golf club. It's insane.
He's an
Um,
embarrassment to the sport, in my opinion.
that's a bold take, JD. Would you care to elaborate? Because I kind of want to hear that. I want to hear. Let's get JD's rant in here. Let's just go ahead and get that in right now.
I mean, it's cool that go do the long drive competition. That's all I'm getting at. Because you're not good at putting, your short game's terrible, your irons aren't. And I mean, he's a professional golfer, so he's better than me. But what I'm saying as a professional golfer, if you're going to say that it's par 67 at the Masters, go
What does
out
he
there
mean
and
by
prove
that?
it.
Like for people like me who have no
He,
idea what that means.
he's that par at the Masters is 72. 72 strokes is the
Yeah.
par at the
Okay.
Masters. He said the Augusta is a par 67 for him.
So does he mean it's harder or easier for
No,
him?
he says it's easy.
And then he didn't even make the cut.
Yes, he's a giant douchebag.
Okay.
Nobody likes him on the tour.
Okay.
He can Brooksy just go to the long drive competition. You'll make millions there.
Brooksy. No, we want to keep Brooks
No, there's a
Kepka.
joke, Dylan, going around where uh patrons at the golf tournaments were
Oh, yeah,
calling
that's still
him
going on.
Brooksy.
That's still
They're
happening.
kicking him. They're kicking the patrons off the golf course if they call him Brooksy. He gets them kicked off the golf course.
Jeez, man. Right when you think golf isn't the softest sport in the world, then that happens, right? Um, but one last thing on golf. One thing I did see at the Masters was someone like yelled in the back of Tiger's like swing, but was encouraging him, and Tiger just freaking just hooked the hell out of it, dude. Like
I
as soon as
hate
he went back,
dudes
he was
that
like,
are like
"You
that.
got it, Tiger!" Boom! I was like, "Oh, whoa." I'm surprised that I would have flung my freaking driver at him.
Oh yeah.
With no concern of anyone else. Like when I heard that, I was like, "Holy crap!" But hey, if golf would just get the way Happy Gilmore had golf going, I think it would be for the better, to be honest. And it's slowly getting there, right? Because now we have the Phoenix Open to where it's just a big old party, right?
Dylan, we have to go sit at the we have to.
Yeah,
We have
we'll try, man. We'll try, but Phoenix, dude, been once. I don't know. We'll see if I go again. No, I don't know. But yeah, but no, let's kind of jump into what we were going to talk about besides getting, shitting on Bryson DeChambeau there. Let's kind of just get into the to the NBA playoffs because this is when basketball for me gets interesting, right? I think let's start with this, right? Let's just go ahead and start with what first round matchup do you think is the most intriguing in your eyes, JD?
I mean, if you don't say the Celtics Nets, then I pretty much take your point as bleak because you got the Nets who are a 7 seed with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
And now Kyrie's able to play these home games again.
Let's not talk about the reason for that. But going into Boston, this is just the most intriguing matchup to me because of who the 7 seed is, and the history and the camaraderie that the Boston brings to basketball.
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, like you said, I think when the Celtics are doing good, I think the NBA is doing good, right? When the Celtics and the Lakers are at the top of their conferences, that's when the NBA is at its peak, to be honest with you.
Suck it, LeBron. You're not in the playoffs.
Yes. Hey, keep it. Hey, man. Come on. We love LeBron, right? He gives the kids.
Heck no.
LeBron loves the kids. All right. Just know that.
He likes to get
again, right? So, whoa. We're talking about the kids, shitty. We're not talking about
he lets his kids drink, Dylan.
I'm not getting into that because I like to drink.
Going for Father of the Year.
Hey man, Father of the Year makes billions of dollars. Hey, he'd at least get a couple of votes. But no, again, yeah, I think that's the typical Boston, Brooklyn. Everyone's excited about that because you have the Nets who really couldn't seem to figure it out. Got James Harden out of there, right? Everyone thought that was going to be the 3-headed monster, but then it would turn out to be a 1-headed monster in Kevin Durant because James Harden, apparently no one liked him, right? And then Kyrie was only playing in half their games, and then Kyrie and Harden didn't like each other because Kyrie locked him up in practice or something. I don't know, right? But my marquee matchup, which I think is going to be very interesting, depending on how Luka Doncic's calf strain is going to be. But you got the always scrappy Utah Jazz going up against the probably top 5 defense in the NBA in the Dallas Mavericks. I think Dallas, Utah is going to be a pretty interesting matchup if Luka is able to be 100%. Because if you have Luka and that defense going up against Spider Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, I think that's going to be a pretty interesting one as well, depending on how that injury goes.
Yep,
for sure.
I agree with that.
But hey, let's just kind of get into it, dude. Let's just start here. Let's start in the Eastern Conference. All right. So we're gonna just kind of give our predictions. Like, what do you think the series will be? Keep going all the way down to the championship. So 1 seed, the Miami Heat, going up against the 8 seed and the very hot Trae Young, hot like in his game, right? That has no affiliation with his actual appearance to me. But the Miami Heat versus the 8 seed Atlanta Hawks, who just got in through the playing game. So Jay, I'm going to toss this one to you. What do you think is going to happen in this?
Yes, I agree. Trae Young's hot and he's playing very well, but he's only hot enough to get 2 wins in this series. So I got the Heat winning 4-2. Jimmy Butler's playing phenomenal, and they got the best coach of basketball in Eric Spoelstra.
Okay. Videotape Eric worked his. That's one thing I love about that guy is one, he doesn't take crap from anybody. I still remember you saw that one player yelling at him, and he was just like, "What?" And he was just like not giving crap. This dude has literally worked his way up from video before like the game tape was on DVDs or on a computer. Game tape like coordinator pretty much worked himself all the way up to the head coach of the Miami Heat, which is insane. I'm going with you on that, but to be honest, like the Hawks might get 2 wins. I'm going 4-1. Just on the sole fact that it's Trae Young, right? He loves to drive to the basket, and he can do some pretty flashy finishes, but he's also one of those guys that will pass out to Bogdanovich or there's people outside on the perimeter. But Clint Capella hyperextended his knee, but then you have not just Kyle Lowry, you have Jimmy Butler, Tyler Harrow.
Hero.
I'm pretty sure it's Harrow.
It's Hero.
Is it Hero? I'm gonna say Hero.
He played at Kentucky.
That has nothing to do with the pronunciation of his last name.
Well, Jim Nance says Hero,
well, Jim Nance is a Hall of Famer, but Jim Nance can be wrong at some points. If you guys haven't learned how hard-headed I am yet, this is it. But I really think it's going to be a 4-1 Heat. I think I don't know, Miami Heat. They're just rolling right now. So cool. Hey, we both had the Heat in that one. Let's go down to the next 4 or 5 matchup. We got the new look 76ers, who seem to be rolling pretty good with the Embiid James Harden duo going up against the Toronto Raptors. Let's see. I'll start on this one. I think this one's going to be a pretty close one. I'm gonna go 4-2. Good games, but I think Philly's definitely going to pull it out. I think Philadelphia. This could be their year if the stars align. Like, let's say if Miami struggles against Atlanta, right? Maybe go 7 games or something like that, and then they meet them. Say if they win 4-1, I think Philly. This could be a good year for them for sure, especially with the way Harden and Embiid are playing. So I'm gonna go 4-2 Philly.
I'm actually going 4-3 76ers. I think that they'll have too much star power for the Raptors to pull the victory out, but I love Nick Nurse as a coach and their scrappy bunch. I think that they'll get at least 3 games.
Gotcha. Okay. Speaking of a scrappy team, next we have we've got the 3 seed Milwaukee Bucks. I consider them scrappy, but the team I'm really emphasizing that on, the 6 seed Chicago Bulls. I think this is gonna be a good matchup. What do you think is gonna happen?
Not a lot's going to happen in my opinion. I'm sorry, Big Cat, but I'm going 4-1 Bucks. I think Giannis is just going to be way too much for Lonzo Ball and DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, this one's tough for me, man. I don't know. I have the Bulls stuck in my head, like bringing this late. I'm gonna say this game goes 6 or 7 games. But I think the Bucks pull it out, like you said. I think Giannis and the experience, right, of that team, because they still have, a lot of their, like Drew Holiday. I think the veteran there. I think that's gonna pull them out. But I think the Bulls are gonna surprise some people and really pull this series out. So I'm gonna go 4-3 Milwaukee on that one.
Okay.
Cool. So after that, next we have the series of the year, according to JD here. We have the 2 seed Boston Celtics going up against the 7 seed Brooklyn Nets. So, God, I
You
don't
go first,
know.
Dylan.
Dude, holy crap, I don't know. It's hard to bet against Kevin Durant, dog. It's so hard to bet against Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving's playing full time, but like I'm thinking like the Celtics themselves, I think, are a better team, like cohesive team, right? Because they played with each other. Their defense is outstanding. Jason Tatum, when he turns it on, he turns it on, but he's also kind of streaky in some points when it comes to showing up. I'm gonna take Nets in 6. 4-3 Nets. That's what I'm gonna say.
So you take them in 6, but you have them winning 4 games to 3.
Oh, wait. No, 4-2. Yeah, sorry, I'm an idiot. I can't count. I'm
So
also
you got
stressing about that pick, dude, because I'm not confident in that pick at
you got
all.
the
Like,
uh,
I'm not confident in that pick at all. But that's no, I'm going Nets in 6.
well, you can take that. Give me the Celtics. The Nets have one of the worst defenses in the NBA, and the Celtics have the best defense, one of the best defenses in the NBA. And with the Celtics having home court advantage, I got them winning 4 games to 2.
I know, man, but like I said, it's so hard for me to bet against Kevin Durant, dude. It's so hard to bet against him, especially with Steve. It's just insane, like what this guy can do when he turns it on. So perfect. Well, for me, in Eastern Conference, actually, let's jump over to the Western Conference. You think? Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Western Conference first round. Phoenix, number 1, the Phoenix Suns going up against the 8 seed, the New Orleans Pelicans. Who, dude, this is their first time in the playoffs. I don't know how long.
Since they had Anthony Davis.
Yeah, right. So I doubt they're bringing Zion back. There's like speculation. Ooh, they might bring him back as his practice. No, I don't think that's happening. Just to give New Orleans some credit for what they've done this past couple of weeks, I'm going to go 4-1. I'm going to give them a gentleman's sweep for Phoenix to advance.
Well, you can
Phoenix
give
is
them
Phoenix.
you can give them the gentleman's bet. I'm giving them the clean sweep. Give me 4-0
Okay.
Phoenix.
It's insane what Phoenix is these past couple of years. The Chris Paul effect is insane, and we've seen that personally in Oklahoma City with Chris Paul, what he can do to a team that's really crap and all that. So next one, my series to look out for in this first round, we have Dallas versus Utah. A big part of this is Luka Doncic with this calf strain going up. I think Utah, real scrappy team, dude. Very, very scrappy. But Dallas has the best defense in the NBA from what I've been seeing, right? Like, statistics, it's them and the Celtics. I'm going to take Dallas in 7.
Well, I'm going to take Utah 4-1. And the reason why is I don't believe that Luka Doncic is fully healthy. And I think that that's the main reason. I'm just not confident. So give me 4-1 Jazz.
Okay. 4-1 Jazz. All right. Well, next one. It's going to be pretty interesting because you have the 6 seed, the always sneaky Denver Nuggets in the playoffs. 6 seed Nuggets going up against the 3 seed Golden State, who I think might be the favorite to win just on the sole fact of how Steph Curry and this team is playing right now. Yeah, reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic, but then also you have he's probably going to win MVP this year, even though I think Joel Embiid deserves it. Going up against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and the Warriors. I think with Klay Thompson being back for the first time in 2 years, I think is the reasoning behind Golden State actually being like a favorite to win championship. So I'm going to take Golden State. Let's go 4-2. I think it's going to be a really good matchup, but I think just a 3-point shooting because I think Golden State, they always start off really fast in the playoffs. I think it'll be a pretty easy victory for them.
I'm actually going 4-3 Golden State, as much as it pains me to pick them because I hate them so much. But the main reason why I'm picking them is because they have home court advantage. If the Nuggets were the 3 seed and the Warriors were the 6 seed, I would take it 4-3 Denver. I think it's just the home court advantage. I think these teams are very similar. So give me the Warriors in 7.
Perfect. All right. So last first round matchup in the Western Conference, 2 seed Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant going up against the 7 seed and seems to be the I'm using this word a lot, scrappy Minnesota Timberwolves team. But the reason I'm emphasizing that on Minnesota is because Patrick Beverley is the most scrappy player in the league. Definitely the most obnoxious when it comes to
That's his style, baby.
that's his game, is getting people's heads, man, and that's part of the game, dude. Like Larry Bird did that crap, like that's just part of it. Dude, I'm thinking Minnesota will have a good chance at winning this. I can't turn my back on Steven Adams, man. The big Kiwi, dude. I'm still in love with that guy. Like, he is still one of my favorite NBA players. But Ja Morant, just being Ja Morant, I think that they'll pull it out. But I'm gonna say 7 games. Memphis pulls it out.
Well, I'm going 4-1 Memphis, and as I truly believe that they have the number 1 point guard in the NBA in Ja Morant. I think he is
even in front of Steph Curry.
Easily yeah. I think he's the best point guard in the NBA. I think he arguably might be the best player in the NBA. He's point god. He's not point guard. He's point
That's Chris Paul. Put some respect on Chris Paul's name.
He's Chris Paul's going to get hurt.
He's the OG point guard. All right. Just know that. OG point guard, Chris Paul.
But that OG point guard ain't throwing alley-oops down. All right.
Hey, he's 6 foot. Give him. He's
I don't care.
Height. Give him a break.
I don't care. Give me Ja Morant's best point guard in the league. So give me the Grizzlies 4-1.
All right, JD. So let's go into the second round. Let's go back to the Eastern Conference. I have Miami, Philadelphia.
We both have Miami, Philadelphia.
We both did. Okay, perfect. So at that point, I'm going to take Doc Rivers is still the head coach for Philadelphia, right?
Yep. To my knowledge, at least.
I think he is, yeah. Like I said, I think this could be Philadelphia's year. I'm going to take Philadelphia in 6. I really hope you're keeping this down so we don't have to go back to watch this, because I am not writing any of this down.
I'm writing mine down.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll just go back and refill this out. But yeah, I'm going to go Philly in 6.
All right. Well, I am going Heat in 7. I think that Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA, like I said earlier. I think that the 76er, Joel Embiid and James Harden will take it to 7, but he always does it somehow. James Harden will find a way to choke this away.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He seems to do that a lot. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so conference semis here. We have Milwaukee. I have Milwaukee going up against Brooklyn, which is a rematch of last year's?
That was last year's
where it was
semis.
Like Game 7 where KD hit that 3, but his foot was on the line?
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh, Lord. I'm going to take Milwaukee in this one. I think your point you brought up last round was the Nets defense, but I think it's almost nearly impossible to stop Giannis from driving in. And I don't think the Nets really have anyone that can do that. Kevin Durant's, he's Kevin Durant, but like that's on the offensive side. He's not going to stop the freaking immovable object of – actually, I would say Giannis is the unstoppable force. Not the immovable
I think
object.
Kevin Durant can guard Giannis.
I don't think he's going to be able to, like, driving into the lane at least. So I'm going to take Milwaukee in 5 that series. I think that's when Milwaukee will turn it on.
I got the Bucks and Celtics in the semis, and I actually got the Bucks defeating the Celtics in 7 games. The reason why I think it goes 7 is because of the Celtics defense being one of the best in the NBA, but I just think Giannis is too big, too powerful, and he'll find a way to pull the series out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I think the Bucks are going to be a force to be reckoned with. So let's go into the Western Conference semis. We have I have Phoenix, Dallas. But this one's going to be easy for me again. I honestly might say Phoenix might sweep the Mavericks at that point, but if Luka's healthy, I'd say 4-2 Phoenix.
Yeah, I got the Suns and Jazz as my matchup. But I think that the combination of Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton's going to be, even though that the Jazz have Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, I still think that the Suns are just gonna be a little too much, but I do think that the Jazz can win a couple, possibly make it a 2-2 series, and then I think the Suns take the lead 3-2 and then close it out in Utah. So give me 4-2 Suns.
Okay. All right. So next, let's see. Let's start with you. Who do you have? You have Golden State and Memphis,
And
correct?
Memphis, yes.
Okay. So what do you got there?
I say that Ja Morant is the best point guard in the league. He is.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't have the playoff experience that Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and the Warriors have. I hate them so much. They're the team I hate the most in the NBA as being a Cavs fan.
Yeah.
But respect is due, or respect is due. So I have the Warriors taking out the Grizzlies in games.
In what games? I'm sorry?
6.
6 games. Okay. All right. So Golden State, Memphis. Easily Golden State, same point as you. But one thing I'll say this is, as a Thunder fan, you would think Golden State would be like my most hated thing in the entire world, and they were for about 4 years when Kevin Durant was there. And then once he left, the hatred just went away. Steph Curry, I love the guy. Stand-up dude, amazing basketball player. I actually have always loved Draymond Green. Didn't like it when he kicked Steven Adams in the Kiwis. But I love the fact that he's their big man at 6'8", 6'9", right? Like that's their big man presence, right? And the freaking experience, dude. I think this is going to be a sweep. I think Golden State would sweep Memphis there.
I have no problem with Steph Curry. I don't like how he shoots and runs back to the other side of the court knowing he's making it. Yeah, you're.
Dude, the confidence is there.
The confidence is outrageous. It's just I've never liked Golden State, even when they had Baron Davis and he was dunking on Dirk Nowitzki.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he plays for Golden State. If Steph Curry didn't played for anybody else, I'd be a huge fan of him. But it's the fact that he plays for Golden State. Draymond Green's the player I hate the most in the NBA. Respect the hell out of him. Respect all the Golden State players. Mm-hmm. I just don't like the team. That's what it is. But I'm showing I got respect for him.
For sure. All right. Here we go. Conference finals. Let's stay in the Western here. All right. Let's just go ahead and stick with that. I think we both have Golden State and Phoenix.
Yep. Right. We do.
Perfect. So, oh Lord, I hate to say it. Chris Paul, point guard. He's going to I wouldn't be shocked if they retire Chris Paul's jersey in Oklahoma City for that one season of what he did, or season and a half, right? Of where he turned that team around with literally zero talent. Okay, maybe not talent wise, but like zero in the NBA scale of like talent there, and bringing us to almost beating freaking the Rockets. And God, dude, if this dude could stay healthy, he would win a freaking championship. I just don't see it happening, man, because it's a thing reoccurring every single year. I'm taking Golden State in 6. Let's give it 6 games, but I'm gonna take Golden State in that because Golden State's back, dude. They're back. Klay Thompson's back, and Klay Thompson, Steph Curry's like the player, but Draymond Green's like the scrappy dude. He's like the heart of the Golden State Warriors. But I think Klay Thompson was the soul, and they've been missing him for 2 years, and they haven't done anything for 2 years. I think this gets them back into it, and I think Golden State makes the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, but I got it going 7. I think the Suns are too good to get beating just 6. But I think the experience, once again, give me the Warriors in 7.
For sure. For sure. All right. Eastern Conference Finals, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Milwaukee Bucks. For me, who do you have?
I have the Miami Heat and the Bucks.
You go first.
4-2 Milwaukee. Honestly, he's so good, man. If he can find a way to shoot the ball consistently, he'll go down as the greatest basketball player to ever live.
If he had a 3-point shot, he definitely.
That's what I'm saying. If he could shoot the 3 ball consistently, the pull up jumper consistently, and get to where he's shooting 90% from the free throw line, greatest player to ever walk this earth.
Yeah,
but I got 4-2 Milwaukee.
Okay. All right, so I have Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and just like in March Madness, you're going to have to take chances, right? That's one thing I've learned. I'm taking Philadelphia in 6 over Milwaukee. Like I said, I think it's Philadelphia's year to really finally get over the Joel Embiid, get over the hump, right, of these heartbreaking finishes. Like Joel Embiid, he had Ben Simmons, right? He had Seth Curry. He had, who are some other players that Robert Covington, but now he has James Harden to kind of rely on to actually be, so to pretty much take the distraction off of him. I think it's going to get Philadelphia into there. I think, like I said, I think it's their year. I think they've got something going. I'm going to take Philadelphia in 6 over Milwaukee because it's time. It's Joel's time to finally shine. So I'll have Golden State versus Philadelphia in the finals, which I think would be a very fun matchup.
And I got the Milwaukee Bucks and Golden State Warriors in the finals.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jay, I'll go ahead and let you pick. You got Golden State, Milwaukee. What's it going to be? It's hard not to choose the Warriors, bro.
But you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Give me Milwaukee in 6.
6. Okay. All right. So Milwaukee 6 for you. I have Golden State versus the Philadelphia 76ers. My buddy TN at work is going to hate me. Lives and breathes Philadelphia, from Philly. Dude, Golden State in 5. I'm going to say Golden State in 5. But the fact that I think the Sixers get this far, I think will help them in the long run of keeping James Harden there and then building around that duo of Embiid and Harden and maybe getting a little bit more skill players. So hopefully this works out, but I'm going to take Golden State and in 5.
All right.
But dude, okay. See, this is when basketball actually gets interesting for me, right? Yep. Like I'll watch it, right? Especially the Thunder, but this is when it actually gets interesting in my eyes. But hey, man, this is gonna be it until we only have baseball for like 3 months.
Yeah.
But hey, we got the PGA championship coming, which is going to be the talk of the town here in the next couple of weeks. We got the NFL draft coming up. Keep an eye out for an episode on that. Let's see. We got the college football spring games going on, so I wouldn't be shocked if we do a college football episode pretty soon. But
we will be doing over under win totals for college football when they do drop. Mm-hmm. So be looking out for that. We'll have our other 2 guests on that we'll be picking with college football games with us this fall, and Garrett Factor and Chase Gonzalez joining us on that podcast as well. So it'll be a good time.
All right, guys. Well, other than that, God bless. Have a good night.
Peace.